morning, everyone. Before I speak to you, I have my friend with me. His name is Everton Mlalas. And it will not take a lot of time, I'm just going to ask him to just come and give a special song. Is that okay? All right. Okay, this is...
Spirit, we need you and we need you now. namoya, namoya, wamsindisi. Now yes, namoya, oh yes, namoya. Mina give manele, give manele.
Everton. Thank you. You have to move in order to succeed, in order to eat, because where you are going to eat is where you are going to rest. How can you rest now when you have not arrived? So when you sleep on that bed, you must say, thank God for this bed, because I'm going to have a better bed where I'm going. When you go into this class, know that this place is not your home, but you have a home that is coming, that is better than this. It is in your mind where you build the home. So you begin to see it, you begin to touch it, you begin to sit on it, you begin to lie on it before you get there. So that when you get there, you can then say, surely God is, and He is a rewarder of those that believe in Him. Oh yes, class of 22, God is with you as He is planting that seed. In 1980, we celebrated independence. We got political freedom. When we got political freedom, we had nothing but freedom to vote whom we like. We had nothing. And the first thing that happened with the government of the day is that they then went and embarked on a place to educate us. I am talking about the God of the Jew. And when we were educated for 20 years, then they said, the land, we must give these people the economy because they are now educated. And then we were given the land. But alas, most of us, and even this pulpit, was used to denigrate what you are being given. And we were saying, and we were quoting from Micah, from everywhere else. I was sitting in the pew listening to this. When you were given the freedom and the economy. So while most of us were participating in the politics, others were going to take the land. 20 years on, what then happens? Everything is now moving all right. And everyone is running for this land. And there is no more land to give. The Adventist was on the pulpit, and others were getting the heritage that they were looking for. Now, listen to me, class of 22. While the land is being built, we are busy fighting amongst each other. Saying this one, that one, that one, this one, fighting amongst each other. Let me tell you about a Jew. A Jew, whether they are in Russia, they are in America, they are in Germany, they are in Africa. When you touch a Jew, you have touched their blood. And they are that coordinated that they move together. And the movement bases their brotherness. They are together. Allow me to tell you, class of 22, that we are not graduated to become independent, but we are graduated to work together. To see your brother's pain, to be able to bring him up so that he can be where you are. If you believe that where you are is safe, why don't you want somebody else? I want to tell you something for nothing. We came up with a hospital called Arundel. You know Arundel Hospital? You go there for free. You are being treated for free. You didn't need anyone to call anyone to go and be treated. There was an article by an Adventist movement which suggested that I was doing it for the elite. And yet it was being done for anybody who wanted to go into the hospital. And my name was attacked by my very own. I shouldn't say this, man. Let's talk about something good about the class of 22. We have the seed in us. You can be able to succeed. Most of you do not know. You think that Sakunda started 3 months ago or 2 years ago when President Mnangagwa became president. In 2003, that's when we started Sakunda. 2001, actually. That's when we started Sakunda. Now 21 years old. Do you know, we started with a seed of 7,500. 7,500. Within the third month, I'm talking about a seed obey. Third month, we chose to sell our house so that we can build our business. And within the first year, we were selling 500,000 liters a month. While others were buying houses and cars, we were building our business. 10 years on, we were the largest company in Zimbabwe. And when we became the largest company in Zimbabwe, selling fuel, about 70% of the market, that's when everyone started to see. And when the Adventists saw Sakunda, they said, which politician is in this? Because you look at the results, not the journey. That's what you look at. That's what you look at. You don't see my 10 years that I actually sold my house in Westgate, 142 Wattle Road, that I built from 98. Took me 2 years. I sold it for 21,000 pounds. 21,000, which was enough to do 2 tankers of fuel. That is where my dream started. Are you following? That was the seed that was placed in me. And I built it to the company. I never bought a house for myself until 2010 because I was building the business. Because an asset must produce some value. Are you following? A house takes away from you. Because when you have a house, you are not going to get income from the house. If you are working, like some of us are going to want to, a house is an asset. But for us who are in business, it is not, because it is taking value from you. And I know that most of us, like my deputy minister, what's a nice house? You must remember that he's a civil servant. So he's on a salary, so he needs a house as an asset. But for some of us, we don't view it as an asset. And this is what I did as I was walking my journey. In 2012, as the hurdles were coming before me, I then built a country to support this country. And when I built it, the purpose was to make sure that the fuel was available close to us. And when I was doing that, Pastor, you were talking about it. God opened another avenue. I actually donated it for $12 million. When I did that, I got to do more fuel by just doing that work. And when I did that, I got to 75%. I remember my COO is here. He went and he caused us problems because he was now talking. We did this month, we did 87% of the market. And everyone was worried, who is Kudagwashita Gure? Who is doing 87% of the market? And the security people came to my office. Who are you? And I said, okay, my name is Kudagwashita Gure, okay. And who is the your partners, or my wife and myself, Sandra, Sakunda, Sandra and Kuda. No. Who is behind you? It was only Kuda and Sandra. I am telling you, the mind that you have right now, as class of 22, you can do many things and be able to succeed. If you just put your mind to it. 2015, I wanted to leave the country. I was doing well in the international markets. Those of you who know. I was doing very well. And I was looking at the troubles that Zimbabwe was going through. Dr. Choga actually came and saw me and prayed for me. One of the few pastors who came and prayed with me. And he showed me my place. And while I was teetering, I was banking in the biggest banks in the world. I had everything that I wanted, 2014, somewhere there. And I got on a plane. When I got onto that plane, my mind made up. I was sent on a government assignment to go to Equatorial Guinea. And as I was going to Equatorial Guinea, the men that I was with began to tell me about the economy, about the drought that was coming. And as I was going there, he began to talk to me. Which was the El Nino. When I got there, I started thinking about it and planning for it. In a week, I came back. And when I came back, I started sitting down and planning this strategy. I called my friends, and we sat up to 4 a.m. Guys, there is a drought that is coming. And I did a project proposal for contract farming, which we now call command agriculture. And I had a problem because there was what was called the RTGS at that time. And there was no money which was moving out of the country. So I had this problem. But at the same time, there was a bigger problem for the country. I gave them in 2015. The government took 1 year thinking about it. And when they were thinking about it, they got offers from other people to do the same program. My interest rate was the lowest. It was 4%. When we started the program, no one thought that it was going to succeed. And no one talked about it. When it was successful in 2017, going to 17, the U.S. Agricultural Department wrote that Zimbabwe is doing one of the best things in command agriculture. U.S. government. When they then began to think who I was supporting, that I was supporting the government of the day, they then said, you stole $3 billion. And I was placed on sanctions. Are you following? So, this is what we're trying to do, to try and make the land become successful. Now, class of 22, you are going to meet challenges along the way. You are going to meet them. When you have a vision, do not stop. Work and look for it. And there is going to be an American government kind of situation which is going to come to you and say you can't succeed. And when they see you succeeding, they are going to put sanctions on your life. Because we always have sanctions that come around us in one way or the other. Sometimes it's our families. Sometimes it's our friends that tell us that we can't make it. And then they put spanners in the works. They are putting sanctions on you too. But class of 22, the God of the Jew is also the God that you worship. Now, finally, I want to say to you, my brothers and sisters, we as Adventists, We believe in the God of the Jew. The reason why we are at this institution is that we believe in the God of the Jew. We believe in him. But we do not want to experience him. Those who are listening to my voice do not want his experience. They just want to believe him. Even the devil believes that there is a God. I am challenging you, class of 22. Believe in God, but experience him. Get away from the land that you are sitting on. He has given you a place to go. May God bless you.